Hi, these comments are for HF, and I am Michael, the founder owner and the materials writer for all the lessons at OTC Online TOEFL Course.com. How's it going, buddy? So you're doing some integrated speaking practice today. Let me look at okay, I have the speaking rubrics here. Let's listen to your practice test.
The latter is about making community servers within college a requirement. This is because it will support the relationship between the university and the town. In addition, it will encourage students to do volunteer work. However, one of the students disagree with this letter. To begin with, he mentions that this requirement will hurt the relationship between university and the town instead of enhance it. This is because students will lack the enthusiasm to do this service, so it will make it worse for the community. Secondly, about encouraging students to do the volunteer work after graduation, the student mentions that the students on the university usually complain because they don't have enough time to study. So this experience will make it worse. As a result, it will not inspire students to do it after graduation.
Okay, so I think overall, I think it's a pretty good response. I'm going to listen to it one more time in a minute to I'm going to listen to it in segments, see what I can uncover. But it seems like you have pretty good delivery. You had maybe one or two minor problems with the pronunciation of a particular word in there. You seem to have pretty good control of your language use and also your topic development. I'm going to say 23 to 25 points on this practice test. Okay, let's listen to it one more time, and I may adjust my score accordingly. Okay, here we go.
The latter is about making community servers within college a requirement.
So when you introduce the beginning of it, you want to introduce both the reading and the listening. So the reading passage introduces a new policy on campus about community service, and the speaker in the listening passage opposes or disagrees with this policy. Something like that. So you kind of connect both sources together.
This is because it will support the relationship between the university and the town. In addition, it will encourage students to do volunteer work.
See, to do. So sometimes your pacing isn't perfect. You have a few pauses in there.
However, one of the students disagree.
I'll say, however. So, however, and your tone kind of rises, you put emphasis on that contrast word because this is a key juncture. You're showing how the listening passage is opposite or it's different from what was said in the listening passage. You need to pay more attention to that word you just used.
With this letter. To begin with, he mentions that this.
I would say he mentions that blah blah blah. So with your pacing, you want to pause right before those noun clauses, not after the subordinated conjunction.
This requirement will hurt the relationship between university and the town instead of enhance it. This is because
will hurt it instead of enhancing it. If you put the preposition right of, then you say enhance, you're going to have to use a gerund there. So instead of helping it or instead of help enhancing it.
Because students will lack the enthusiasm to do this service, so it
Yeah,
will make it
a little
worse
bit of trouble with about 34 to 37 seconds. Your intelligibility is not high there.
for the community. Secondly, about encouraging students to do the volunteer work after graduation, the student mentions that
Second, about, you're using that prepositional phrase and then your independent clause. That's a little bit awkward.
the students on the university usually complain because they don't have enough time to study. So this experience will make it worse. As a result, it will not inspire students to do it after graduation.
So this experience will make it worse, asserts the student. So, blah, blah, blah. So don't forget put those voice markers in there every now and then. Um, okay, I'm going to put you at I think it's, I said 23 to 25. I'm going to say 22 to 24 points. So, upon closer examination, you do have a few language use and delivery issues in there. You could probably organize the response a little bit better. All right, thank you. So, your score here is 22 to 24 points.